Shalom, it's Izzy, your Hebrew teacher here, and this is Hebrew Chapters with Holy Language Institute. Read with me through Matthew chapter 4 in Hebrew. This is a translation from the Greek New Testament into Biblical Hebrew by Franz Delitzsch, a world-class Christian Hebraist who lived in the 1800s. Beginning in the Gospel of Matthew, or Mattai, as it is said in Hebrew, chapter 4, verse 1. As, then, nasa. Verbal root nasa means to pick up or carry. The way I remember that is the United States space program, NASA. What do they do? It picks up and carries space shuttles and astronauts far away. That's one way you can remember that. Ha-ruach. The ruach is one of three things in Hebrew, and they're all related. Breath, wind, and spirit. So your ruach is your breath. A wind in Hebrew is a ruach, and then it also means spirit. So here we have ha-ruach, the spirit. So the spirit picked up or carried at, indicating who was picked up or carried, Yeshua. Ha-midbara. Now in Hebrew, the wilderness is the midbar. We have the a on the end, indicating in the direction of, so towards the midbar. Lema'an, so that, yinasehu. Verbal root there, nasa, means to test or try. Ha-satan. In English, people just say Satan, but this is actually a verb in Hebrew. To satan, as a verb in Hebrew, means to oppose. So, a satan in Hebrew is an opponent or an enemy in that sense. There actually is a different Hebrew word for enemy. The verbal root to be an enemy is ayav. So your enemy is your oyev. Here we have satan. And it's interesting too that in Hebrew we say the satan, the opponent or enemy. Vayehi, and so it was, and it happened. Acharei, after. Tzumo, after he tzumed, he fasted. Albaim, alba is for. Albaim, in the plural, is 40. Yom, literally day. We would say days. The albaim, and 40, again. Laila, literally night. We would say nights in English. Va yirav. Verb ra'av means to be hungry. Va yirav, and he became hungry. Vayigash. Verbal root nagash means to approach. So vayigash, the noon is a weak letter, so it's dropped. Vayigash, and approached. Elav, to him. Ha menaseh. Now there's that verbal root again. We saw it in verse 1 right here. Lama'an, he was carried to the wilderness, Lama'an, so that yinasehu. He could be nasad, he could be tested, tried, or tempted, as we would also say. So here we have Vayigash Elav, and approached to him Ha Menaseh, the tester, the trier, the tempter. Va Yomal. Verb amal is to say. Va Yomal, and he said. Im, if. Ben, son. Ha Elohim. Elohim is God, someone who is almighty. Here we have Ha Elohim, which could literally be translated as the God or the Almighty. So if Ben Ha Elohim, if the son of the God or the son of the Almighty, Ata, are you, Emor, you, Amal, say, La Avanim, and Evan is a stone, Avanim is the plural, stones, La Avanim, to the stones, Ha'ela, these. v'tiyena, and they will become, or let them become, lachem. Lechem in Hebrew is bread, so they will become to bread. Vaya'an, verbal root there is ana, to reply, to respond, to answer. So vayan, and he answered. Vayomal, and he amaled, he said. Hen, look or behold. This is one form. A more common form in the Tanakh is hine, behold. Katuv, it is kataved, it is written. Lo, the negative, no or not. All, on halechem, the bread, levado, by itself or alone. Yichya, verb there is chaya, to live. Yichya, he will live. Ha'adam. Now, you know Adam, the first human being. After him, every human being was called an Adam, and whether that person was a male or a female. All of humanity is also called Adam in Hebrew, as descending from Adam. So, Yichya will live, Ha'adam, the human being, humanity. Ki, but, all, on kol, all, motza. Verbal root yatsa means to go out, go forth, emerge, proceed. That's probably the best translation here. So kol motza, everything that proceeds. Fi, your pet is your mouth. Pi, or here fi, is the mouth of in the construct. Elohim, God. And you'll notice here that it isn't written with ha in this situation. It's just Elohim, God. Vayisa'eu. So here, again, Yeshua is being nasad. At the very beginning here we see az nasa, and then carried or lifted him. And who did the lifting or carrying there? Ha-ruach. Here we have the same verb, vayisayu, and lifted up or carried him, hasatan. This time hasatan's doing the carrying. El, to il, an il is a city, hakodesh. Now, this verb root here, kadash, means to set apart or separate as special or dedicated or holy. Now, if you want to say something or someone is holy in Hebrew, you literally say that person or thing is kadosh. This form of the word kodesh, it literally means holiness, but it also came in Hebrew to be the means whereby something was described in an adjectival kind of way, as an adjective. So if you would want to say, like literally this phrase here, Ir HaKodesh, would be like the city of holiness, but we just translate it as the holy city, and that is the sense that it has. It is the same with the Holy Spirit. In Hebrew, the Holy Spirit is the Ruach HaKodesh, literally the Spirit of holiness, but in English we just say the Holy Spirit. If you wanted literally to say the Holy Spirit, you'd say Ruach HaKadosha, or the Ruach HaKodesh, HaKadosh. Like that would be the sense there. So anyway, Ir HaKodesh, to the city, the holy city. Interesting here that Jerusalem, written by Matthew, decades after Messiah ascended, decades after the inauguration of the New Covenant, he's still calling Jerusalem the holy city. Mark that in your mind, that the New Testament calls Jerusalem, after the New Covenant, the New Testament was inaugurated, the holy city. Jerusalem is still the holy city. Vaya'amidehu, verb root amad, to stand. Vaya'amidehu, and he caused him to stand, or he stood him, all on pinat. A pinah in Hebrew is a corner. It has a reference also to like the cornerstone or the chief stone. Beit, a bait is a house. Beit is house of Hamikdash. Now there's that verb root again, kadash, to set apart or separate as special or holy. So what is the mikdash? It's the holy place, the sanctuary. Basically, this is a reference to the temple, the Beit HaMikdash. If you're talking about the Holy Temple, in Hebrew, it's called the Beit HaMikdash. Vayomer, and he amaled, he said, Elav, to him, Im, if, Ben HaElohim, the Son of God, ata. Thanks for watching this trailer. To get this whole talk in audio or video format, go to holylanguage.com and subscribe. I'll see you there.